Creating this channel has brought a lot of perspective to me, but there was one thing that I didn't consider.
The fame and money.
No, Dave, it's not that. It's the fact that I was going to pick axes to do reviews on and throw and test that I probably would never pick on my own. Like the Cold Steel Trench Hawk and Warhawk. In today's video, we're going to get into these two, and I'm going to tell you guys why they are better than they were before when I bought them. And I'm glad I started social media because it's bringing me the axes that I probably wouldn't have bought on my own. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Wes, the Suburban Viking. Of course, we got Dave here with us.
Where else would I be?
And we are from, we are Midgard Axe. And today we're getting into the Cold Steel Warhawk and Trench Hawk and what I did to these things to make them even better flyers, in my opinion. Okay, so these things come in, I believe, at around 19 inches. I'll put some information up on the screen. Can't exactly remember what the length was, but I think it's 19 inches. What I did with these is that I first started out by cutting the bottoms off, the knobs. And I cut them down to 16 inches. I took 3 inches off. Now, the reason why I cut them off is because when I was throwing them to compare them, I felt like they could be better with a shorter handle. I was a little concerned that the polymer or glass-filled nylon, I can't remember what they are, guys. For the sake of this video, we'll call them polymer. I couldn't determine whether or not these things were solid or not. I didn't want to cut them off and there'd be a huge hollow handle inside. So I kind of looked at the knob down here where the hole has been drilled and I saw that they were solid. So I went ahead and took the chance and cut them, and they are solid. Now, if you don't know what stippling is something that I've done to some of my pew-pews. And it was big back in a couple years ago. I don't know if it still is or not, but it used to be pretty big. People used to stipple their pew-pew handles. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. I'll throw some videos up of some stippling jobs I've done on mine. I actually got pretty good at it and did a lot of different ones, Austrian, German, whatever the case may be. You can probably figure out what I'm saying with the pew-pew manufacturer that I was dealing with when I did my stippling. But I went ahead and stippled the bottoms of the handles on both of these. I did something different on both. One, I took a traditional stippling that I've done on some of my pew-pews before, and it turned out really nice. I didn't take a lot of time on it, and I will tell you guys, this polymer will burn really fast. So it didn't take very much time at all to put the holes in this one here, okay? It felt really good when I finished, and it looked really good too for how fast I did it. It worked out really well. Now on this one here, I did something a little different. This one here, I took a bigger wood burning tip and kind of just hit the surface with it to make it a little bit larger of an area. And I finished it that way. Now what I did was when I started to stipple the bottoms of the polymer handles, if you don't know, a lot of different polymers on pew-pews is different. Your Austrian version will be a little bit different than your German version and so on and so forth. Sometimes you'll have to take a Dremel and take the top layer of polymer off, because sometimes when you start with what you got, when you do the stippling, it can be kind of a smooth edge of your stippling, and it is really smooth in the hand. So I noticed that when I stippled both of these, I had that same effect. I didn't Dremel them, just kind of went in and stippled them, and when I was done, I noticed that they were really smooth, too smooth, almost wet feeling in the hand, which I didn't care for. However, I got a really cool idea. I was going to heat the bottom of the polymer handles up with my propane torch to give it more of a tacky feeling. And that's exactly what I got. I took my propane torch to both of them, scorched the bottoms of them until they looked wet. And then it turned out, after it dried, it turned out really nice. The ones with the holes in them feel really good in the hand. It gives you some texture, and it has a little bit of stickiness to it. It's not too bad, but it feels really good in the hand here. This one here, the one that I used the bigger wood burning tip on, I really took the heat to this one. And this one right here, I actually enjoy a little bit more. No matter if this thing is wet or not, it feels really good in the hand. So if you needed to take it outside to use it in wet weather, snowy weather, so on and so forth, you'll get the grip that you like out of these handles. Now, the reason why I did that is because I didn't care for the handles, how they came. They have a little bit of a texture to them, but as you guys know, I believe I threw those axes in wet weather and they just were really slick. I just didn't care for the handles the way they came. So I did that, made them great flyers. Now I will tell you guys, cutting the 3 inches off at the bottom and getting them down to about 16 inches, these things flew extremely nice. They didn't feel as clunky. I will say they felt a little clunky at 19 inches. They really did. And when I cut them down to 16 inches, they just flew phenomenal. I was able to do a lot of different trick throws with them. And I will say these things are very versatile, and that's how I'm going to use them, in a versatile way. And I'll probably throw both of these at the same time like I did in this video going forward. They just felt really good out of the hand, being able to throw both of them, doing spinning back throws and all kinds of different throws with these. It felt really good, and I just had a really good time with them. They were a lot more fun at 16 inches. They felt a little bit more nimble. I felt like I could maneuver them a lot better. And I also felt like too that I could throw them harder, and I was a little bit more accurate with them. I don't have a ton of throwing videos in this video, of course. However, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of what I did to these and why I think they're better flyers now. And I think that maybe if you wanted to do the same, you could, and let me tell you why you should. These Cold Steel Trench Hawk and Warhawks bring something a little bit different to the table that I wanted to bring up in this video, which is they come with replacement handles that are not very expensive, guys. I think they're like 12 or 15 bucks on Cold Steel's website. Now, the reason why I like these polymer style axes for axe throwing is because they are extremely versatile. Say you had one, okay? Say you had one, but you wanted a different feel out of one axe that you maybe can't do with a wooden handled axe or a steel handled axe. Order 2 or 3 different handles. Keep one the way it comes, cut one down to 17 inches and cut another one down to 15 or 14 inches. With a little bit of time and effort and a multi-tool or some Allen heads, you could take these things out really quick, the bolts, switch out the handles really quick, and you got a completely different feel for one axe head, which is really cool. And that's why I'm starting to really like some of these polymer style handled axes or glass filled nylon handled axes, is because they're very versatile. You really can't do that with a wooden handled axe with that one axe head or a steel axe. You kind of got what you got. And if you want something different, you're going to have to carry more than one axe. Whereas this here, you could have a 19-inch axe, a 17-inch axe, and a 14-inch axe, and carry a little bit of weight with a little bit of extra handles, with you, but pretty cool. Take out 2 bolts, thread them back in. You got a whole new axe you can throw with a different feel. And especially if you're doing different work, you can switch out the handle too, which is really cool. They just bring something to the table that maybe you wouldn't have with a wooden handled or maybe a steel axe. So consider getting some polymer style handled axes. You can, especially with these, you can switch out the handles on them. Really cool idea. And I really did enjoy cutting the bottoms off and making them a little shorter. They felt really nimble, and I was able to do some really cool throws. I am practicing my sidearm throw at a double rotation and my other sidearm throw this way at a double rotation as well. I'm not 100% accurate yet with trying to hit where I'm aiming at, but I am hitting the target. So look forward to some of those throws. I am progressing as the channel goes. I'm finding new ways to throw axes and get good at it. Not just be able to throw it one time, but be able to be accurate with it. Not accurate with some of these throws just yet, but eventually I will get there. I would implore some of you to really step outside your comfort zone with axes, especially if you're used to throwing maybe a dedicated throwing axe or a work axe. Get out and start trying to throw different axes. You don't know which ones are going to feel good in the hand and which ones are going to fly well for you unless you spread out the axe game. I've noticed that spreading out my choice in throwing axes has really got me throwing different axes and enjoying different axes. It brings something different. I know people think, well, axe throwing's axe throwing, but it really isn't. There's a lot of times where you will get an entirely different experience if you switch from one axe to another. It brings a challenge, but it also will teach you things as you go. I've learned a lot from switching from one axe to another, different things, hand placement, wrist placement, being able to throw for distance. And there's just some axes that do it and some axes that don't, but don't let one or two axes deter you. Try different axes and find which ones are good for you. Find out what you're doing well with that one axe and try to apply it to others. And you'll have a whole plethora of axes that you're able to throw that give a different experience each time you throw them. So with all that out of the way, guys, let's see who won the Francisca Condor throwing axe. To give you guys a little information on how we do the giveaways here, I use a random number picker wheel off the internet. This is the most people I think we've gotten into a giveaway at 31 people. And how I put you guys in order is I go to the comment section and I click newest comment first, and then I assign you a number that way. So 1 to 31, that's how your number is assigned. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel and see who won the Condor Francisca axe. And the wheel has spoken, and it picked number 18. And Dave, tell them who number 18 is.
Kent 40-aught Aldridge.
That's right. Kent 40-aught Aldridge. You are the winner of the Francisca throwing axe made by Condor. Thanks for everyone that got into the video. Don't worry, we'll have a bunch more this year coming out, and there's going to be some cool ones this year as well. Hopefully, I'm going to do a big one if I get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We'll do a really cool one if I hit 5,000 subscribers. So I'm just throwing that out there. But thanks for all your support and thanks for getting into the giveaway. Let's get back to the video. Congratulations to the winner. Now, there is one requirement that I ask of everyone that wins an axe from me. You must send me a picture or a video of you holding or throwing the axe. You don't have to put your face in it if you don't want to, but I really do enjoy seeing you guys get the axe and at least holding it at the very least. Make my day if you threw it maybe once or twice and put it on a video and send it to me. And if you want me to share it with everybody, I will. I don't just share videos or pictures you guys send me unless you ask me to or you give me permission. So there's that. Congratulations to the winner. I hope you really enjoy this thing. I think it's a great little flyer, as you saw in the video. If you haven't seen the video, go back and check it out, guys. We tore up with this Francisca axe. It's great. The handle's a little small, but it flew really well. And like I told you guys before, I'm going to make my own Francisca throwing axe this year, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So congratulations to the winner. If you go into any one of my videos, my email address is in there. Please send me an email with your username and your address and all that good jazz, and I'll get the axe out to you, and you'll be able to enjoy it soon. So thanks. Thanks to everyone who participated in the free giveaway. I'm going to have a lot more. If you guys don't know, I've got one running right now for the Estwing Sportsman's Hatchet. On that video, go back and check it out. You can get into the giveaway. I think I'm going to announce the giveaway winner next week on that one. So if you want to win another one, you can get into that one. But I appreciate everything everybody does to make this channel what it is. And because of this one's going to be a short one. I like making some short videos, just giving you guys some information. In some of these videos, I'm going to give you guys some inspirational quotes. Now, I'm not going to take credit for the quotes. It was just something I sat down and wrote. It's probably something that I've heard before, but I did write it out of my own volition, just kind of sitting down and writing it. And I think it'll help some people out there and give you guys some wisdom that maybe has been passed on to me that I'm just now thinking of and writing it down. I've got a bunch of them. So let me get into the one I'm going to start with in this video, which was really cool. I was kind of sitting down and I was like, let me kind of go through some inspirational quotes at the end of my videos to kind of close some things out. Thought it'd be kind of cool. And I'm going to read it from here. I've wrote it down and I'll just kind of give it to you guys and you can do with it what you will. It's okay to admit that you don't know everything. In my experience, embracing what I do not know and seeking out answers is what makes you wise, right? We live in a society where everyone knows a little bit about everything. So seek out those who know a lot about that specific topic you're seeking answers to. Spend less time being the first to speak with little knowledge, and be quick to stay silent and listen to others with knowledge outside of your depth. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Listen to what people have to say that know what they're talking about, and stop listening to people that know a little bit about everything who just want to inject nonsense. That's how you get smart. That's how you get wise. Never stop learning. I never stop learning. I never claim to know everything. Even with Axethrowing, I never claim to know that. I'm always looking for people that know more than me or can teach me something. Even people that don't know more than me can teach me something. And that's the mindset that I think everyone should have going into anything they're passionate about. You want to be great at it, right? So listen to others in that field, even if you think they don't know something or they don't throw as well as you do. It doesn't mean they can't bring you something to improve your game. So I appreciate everything everybody does to make this channel what it is. I always do. Look forward to the next video coming out. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, so you'll have to hang tight. I'm debating on what I'm going to do. But tomorrow it's supposed to pour down rain for the next 3 days, and I'm thinking that I might make a video in the rain tomorrow. I'm feeling good tonight. We might go outside and make a video throwing in the rain and make some shorts to put on YouTube and TikTok. And we're going to make some other videos. I might make a dedicated throwing axes in the rain, how I do it, how it's fun, and all that good jazz. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in the morning. But thanks for all your support, guys. But until next time, see ya.
I hope you have an umbrella because Dave doesn't do rain.